Welcome, drone fans. Ron Brown back here with from Ron Brown's YouTube channel, and we have a new video tonight. It's a kind of a video a lot of people have been requesting on my channel for a while now, and I finally got around to doing it. Little background here. I purchased this little. This is the Autel Nano Plus here, and I purchased this back in May, a little bit ahead of this guy because this guy's was officially released in May of 2022. But it was delayed and hard to get into shipping, so I had this guy to get to know a little bit before the the Mini 3 arrives. So I've been devoting a lot of videos to the Mini 3 this summer because there's so many requests for videos and information and tests and so on. So I've been trying to satisfy all the requests, but but I did want to finally do the video where I kind of compare these two drones. And the first video is going to be more of a video comparison. I'll get into a feature set comparison, later on. But for right now, I just want to do a pure video test, comparison test of these two drones. They have similar camera sensor sizes. They have similar apertures on them. The particulars, I'll get into it. Later. This has I think a 1.9 inch aperture, and this is a 1.7 inch aperture. So they leave a lot of light in compared to the previous generations of mini drones, and even most drones in general. And they don't have 1 inch sensors, but they have very close, like 1/1/3. I think the sensor size in this one's just slightly bigger than the one in this one. So that's some of the parameters here for this test. And also, I shot them both in 4K 30 videos. All the other settings were Dr. Auto as possible. Auto as much as I could auto on them. And so I try to keep things as close as possible. And there was no post-processing at all. The video you're going to see is straight off the memory card. No post-processing whatsoever in the colors or highlights, exposures, anything like that. Yeah, so for this test, I know a lot of people go right to the low light test. They test, especially this Nano, since it's got a good reputation for being a good low light and actually nighttime flyer. It seems to do an incredible job by the videos that I've seen on it. But I decided to go the complete opposite. I did a morning, not early morning, but a morning when the sun's up already. I did a kind of the exact opposite low light test. I did a very full light test, or whatever, not low light but heavy light test, I guess you would say, of the drone. So again, I had them both in a high exposure situation. And the thing about the low light testing, that's great and all, but me and most people I talk to, we fly during the daytime. In fact, most nighttime drone videos just seem to be people doing tests or whatever. And of course some people live near big cities where everything's lit up and it kind of looks beautiful, but not all of us live in a big city. So we don't really have that occasion to go out and get some kind of highly lit nighttime skyline. But anyway, like I said, we did these in full exposure. So overexposure was an issue. And we did not use any filters of any type on this videos. No NDs, no polarizers, no nothing. So again, that's sort of the parameters. So it's not that it's maybe a longer video than I usually do, but it's not a super long video. But still, if it's in the morning, grab yourself a coffee. Maybe get a donut or something like that. Sit back and we're gonna watch this video. And one quick note. I did not do a screen recording for the Nano because I don't have any type of smart controller for that. As far as I know, there is none. So I did not want the phone to overheat because it is summertime. Even though I'm out there early in the morning or whatever, it's still warm and sunny. So I did not want my iPhone to dim or crash or anything bad during the recordings I did. I was afraid to do a screen recording. Now on this guy, I did do a screen recording because I had the DJI RC controller with a built-in screen and everything, so and that doesn't heat up like your phone does. So I have a screen recording for this, and I did attempt to record audio with it using the port on this, which is on the RC Pro, which is not sitting here, which is supposedly recently been fixed to record sound again, but I did not record any sound again. It could have been user error on my part. I probably used the wrong adapter for the microphone I was using, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So again, I'm not blaming that on the DJI, which isn't here. It's probably error on my part. But so what I did is I put the screen recording of this. You're going to see this first. You're going to see this second, and then the screen recording is going to be at the end. And if you want to watch screen recording, you can watch screen recording. But you're going to see the actual film off the memory card before that run that screen recording at the end. So it is what it is. So anyhow, with no further ado, let's watch this video. All right, I'm launching the Autel Nano Plus drone here, and I've got all my settings in auto here, Dr. Auto settings here on the camera, and we're gonna fly a path here along the berm, the dune here, so we don't fly over anybody. You can see I'm out here early in the morning. The beach is deserted, but I'm still gonna be wary of flying over people, and I'm gonna try to replicate this course on my next flight when I fly the DJI Mini 3, because we're doing a little camera comparison between these two drones here. So we're going to follow this route as closely as we possibly can. So here we come up to the fishing pier. That's here's a photo I took, again, all standard settings. And that's the clubhouse for the fishing pier here. And we're going to take a sideways fly out here to the end of the pier. And we're going to grab another photo when we're out there. So it's kind of a little clouds this morning, a little overcast this morning, but the conditions are pretty good. As you can see here, the water looks blue. Everything looks pretty good here. Actually, the sun may help a little, muting some of the the sun clouds may help. There's a photo again. Take another photo, all auto there. Again, I've said the clouds may help keep the the exposure down, because I am flying this with no ND filters. Neither drone will have an ND filter in here, so we're flying just, the camera's butt naked here. Again, no filters, auto settings. So here we're going to kind of line up here, and I didn't really cut this video much, so you're going to see me adjusting around. I don't have my flight, my flight parameters dialed in here on the Autel. I'm still fast yawing and things like that. I need to get it dialed in. My flight controls dialed in a little bit better here than they are out of the box. So that will be my next project here. So I'm bringing in here. I see somebody walking along the beach here, so we're going to wait and let him walk by a little bit. We got somebody coming, but we're going to fly close to the pier here, and we'll kind of stay away from both those people walking there. So okay, there we go. So you can see the sky looks good here, nice and blue, and the what's on the ground here looks properly exposed. So I'm going to say this is a pretty good exposure. We've been flying kind of with the sun to our back and the sun to our side now here. So we're going to do the hard thing here. We're going to look towards the sun here. Now exposure is off to the right here. So I will not, I'm not going to aim it directly to the sun, but you can see now it's a little more challenging environment here. We got a lot of stuff in the shadows here, like see the vehicle there, how it's really it's crushing the shadows there. So and again, this is to be expected. I'm not knocking the drone on. Whenever you fly towards the sun or towards a bright exposure, this is always a problem here. But actually, I think it's doing quite a good job flying this direction into the the high exposure here. So very impressed so far. And it's almost a windless morning here, so I'm not having any trouble here. Okay, here's some, we're doing a 2x here, a 2x zoom. We're testing the zoom out here. So this is 2x video, and here's a 2x photo here, looking towards the Margate Fishing Pier. Now we're at, I'm sorry, I misspoke already. That was normal. This is 2x here. The other photos were normal 1x. Now we're at 2x video. And here's a 2x photo. So sorry about misspeaking, but now we're definitely the 2x's. Okay, now here's 4x video. And you can see the beach vehicles there doing the cleaning and raking of the beach there. They're real busy morning. They're always preparing the beaches here for us. So okay, here is another 4x photo there. So okay, now we're back into regular here, just regular 1X, I guess you would call it here. So we have a little bit battery left here, so I'm gonna fly back there as one of the cleanup vehicles at the beach. I think he may have trash in the front there. But what I was saying earlier, it's almost a windless morning here. The wind was like under 5 miles per hour when I first took off. So the Nano is not the best drone in the wind, but today it's flying like a champ, in these almost windless conditions here, performing quite well. Again, the only problem is I haven't dialed in the flight parameters, to suit my needs. Everybody has different needs. So here we got a couple cars here. I think these people are kind of surfing here. Maybe there's like a little surf camp down here. So we'll do a little manual. Any rotations, anything you see is me doing it manual. I did not do any automated flights here at all. So here we come back again. Again, we're looking towards the exposure here, but still the building, even though it's a little dark there, the shadows a little bit crushed a little bit. I think it's doing quite a good job. Again, without me, doing any manual, not raising the ISO and not raising the shutter here. The shutter is probably crazy, like 1/4000 with no ND filter on, but you get a little stop motion there. But no, I'm pleased with it. The results. So the Air 2 is going to have a kind of a tough act to follow up on here. We're going to try to run the same course, take the same photos as close as I could possibly get, to what I did on the first flight. So to wrap everything up, this was a trouble-free flight for the little Nano Plus. Did a great job. All good so far, but okay, we're back here with the second leg of our flight here. We're flying the DJI Mini 3 Pro this time. We're going to try to fly the same course as close as we can as we did with the Nano Plus. So we're flying down here towards the, over the berm, the dunes, and we're flying down to like the little clubhouse for the fishing pier here. And of course, we'll stop and try to take the same photos that we took with the Nano Plus drone. So there was photo number one. Now we're going to do our same sideways flight out here to the pier, and you can see a few more people on the beach here. Even though these flights were only separated by like 5 minutes, I kept the flight short so that not much would change as far as weather conditions, as far as cloud and lights and things like that. But people started to come. Now here's a couple of photos here, similar to what we took the last time. And again, this is all manual flying here. Even these orbits here are all just manual. Nothing. I did nothing automatic here. All the stuff, all the photo settings are on normal, and also no ND filters were used of any type here. So you can see coming in here, the sky's a little overexposed here. The Nano Plus definitely did a better job on the exposure in the sky than this drone did. Unless the conditions changed that quickly. But I did like the skies better in the Nano Plus. So here we're going to come back to Clubhouse here, and we're going to spin it down to the darker exposed, the overexposed area here. There was a picture, and now we're flying towards where the exposure's, coming from. And I know this is a little more desaturated than the Nano Plus was. The Nano Plus was definitely pumping out more color in all those settings here. And now this is all, both these drones shot 4K 30, and for the Mini 3, the 4K 30 is also an HQ, which mode, high quality mode. Okay, here's photos of testing the zoom there, and this only has this drone only had 1X and 2X, so I wasn't able to check the 4K out that I did on the Nano Plus. So there was your test of the 1 and 2K on pictures and videos. Now we're flying back here like we did on the other one. And you look over here, we flew over to a group of cars that had some surfers there, and they have left now. So there's nobody there where there were about 4 or 5 cars there before, and people with surfboards. So we'll kind of do the same kind of manual orbit here, even though there's nothing to orbit this time. The people have left and, going home, so that, they probably got their waves in. So I'm going to turn back here to the exposure. I'm looking down here. I can see more detail in those trees and the shadows here. So this is definitely doing a better job, on the shadow detail on the ground in the Nano Plus was, but the Nano Plus did better with the exposure in the sky. So again, this is all in auto settings, but I definitely could see more shadow detail around the pier there and those homes there than I did with the Nano Plus. So I guess you kind of pick what what you want more. If you want more shadow details, you definitely got more with the Mini 3 there. Hi, okay. If you have a interest in seeing the screen recording from the Mini 3 Pro, I'm going to include it here. I did not do a screen recording with the Nano Plus because you have to fly that with your phone. It was already warm out there that morning. I did not want the screen recording to cause my phone to overheat and to the point where number one, it would be so dim I could not see my FPV and my options, my controls there, and also number two, I did not want the app to crash or anything because of the heat. So I chose not to do a screen recording for those reasons on the Nano Plus, but because I was flying with the DJI RC Pro, the DJI RC controller, I went ahead and did the screen recording for this one. So I did attempt to record audio at the time, but my audio did not come out. So I'm not going to do a commentary here through the whole thing because you kind of already heard it when I showed you the video that I took off the SD card. So so if you have any interest in the screen recording here, go ahead and check it out here. You see the camera settings up there. I'm just trying to show you with the camera settings here that I was at 4K 30 HQ, and just kind of what the settings were. Again, I did not attempt to change anything here. Color, we were normal. We were in H265 and MOV, and I had similar things. Okay, and there's what the the camera settings are in the Pro mode here, but I'm going to switch them over to auto, and you see it brightens everything up. And again, I'm going to leave it at the auto settings here. And again, I had the same similar setup for the Nano Plus as close as I could get it to the settings here. So again, maybe I'll throw a little bit of a music in here. I don't really see the need to say the same thing I said on the other video there. So again, just from what I've seen so far off this thing, again, I think the video looked good from both of them. The Nano Plus was maybe a little better exposed in the sky, and maybe the colors popped a little bit more. But I thought that the Mini 3 did a little bit better job handling the shadows there around the pier and so on, and there's little trees and just the detail there. So again, this is one test. That doesn't say that if I did the same flight again in a different location, a different time of day, that I wouldn't see different results. But again, this is what happened this flight as you see it here. Let me know down in the comments. What you thought of the video and the pictures, and whether you preferred one of them over the other, and why you preferred one of the flights or one of the videos, the video quality of one drone over another. So this won't be the only test we do between these two drones, because a lot of people ask questions. They say, well, which one's better, and which one's better in low light, because now it's got that reputation for being a great low light drone, especially in the dark. So we're going to try to do some low light testing with it too. But I mean, the way we did there, because when we faced back towards the exposure, the shadows were getting crushed there, and so we did get to see some of the difference right there right away. So all right, folks. Well, I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, leave the old thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and please hit that bell notification so you'll know when I'm posting more videos on the channel about the Mini 3, the Nano Plus, and other mini drones, and even full-size drones. So, and don't forget, there's another button here called the thanks button, where you can contribute as little as, $1.99 to kind of help the channel out, to buy, maybe purchase some new items for review. I mean, we've been trying to review a lot of ND filters and landing pads and extending landing legs and screen protectors and all that stuff. So some of that stuff sent to me for review, some I have to purchase. So again, anything you can donate will help the channel. Put it right back to the channel to get more products in here for you to review. So okay, that's it, folks, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah.